Here's the analysis result for the guy you filled out the survey for. He scores B+. He's a good guy. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He isn't the type to make big promises or boast about huge plans, and he's also not one to chase after high positions or risky dreams. His strength lies in working hard and sticking to routines, so he might do well in stable jobs that reward reliability and neatness. So if he claims he'll go far, be cautious. His actions will be steady, not spectacular.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he tends to get upset easily and can lose his temper quickly. You might see him yell, get very anxious, or complain loudly. He tries hard to keep things in order, so mistakes or surprises make him stressed.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
People at work might find him friendly and caring, but they could also think he is a bit tough to get along with at times. While he is enthusiastic and tries to be helpful, his way of speaking can come off as rude or blunt without meaning to hurt anyone. Some coworkers may respect him for his hard work, but others might avoid him during rough days.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you do well in your career, he's likely to be proud of you and happy for your success. He wants the people he cares about to feel good and will probably celebrate your achievements in his own cheerful way. Deep down, he wants you to be happy, so you'll see more pride than insecurity.
What if you start earning more than him?
If you earn more than him, he's unlikely to secretly resent you, but he might feel a bit uneasy at first. He's not driven by competition or ego, so your higher earnings won't bruise his pride. Any discomfort he feels will come more from changes in routine than from jealousy.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He is someone who is quite careful with money and likes to keep things planned and organized. He will usually think before spending and avoid wasting on things that aren't really needed. Overall, you can trust him to be responsible with money, not too tight, not too careless.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He lives within his means and prefers to be practical about what he can and cannot afford. Flashy things or trying to keep up appearances are not his style. He finds comfort in sticking to a budget and making sure things are under control financially.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He has a warm and caring heart. So when someone needs help or support, he's likely to offer it with a smile. He doesn't mind lending a hand or sharing what he has, especially when it comes to family and friends. You'll find that his kindness shows up in real practical ways, not just words.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is generally open about money and prefers to keep things clear and straightforward. If you ask him about finances, he will likely tell you the truth and share what's going on without hiding details. You can expect him to be upfront, making it easier to trust and plan together for the future.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He believes housework should be shared, not just left to you. He understands that running a household takes effort from both partners, and he's willing to pitch in to keep things neat and organized. If you want a sense of equality, he'll make sure it happens.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He won't be the kind to just stand and supervise. You can expect him to actually join in and do the work. Whether it's cleaning the house, cooking, or changing diapers, he sees these as shared duties and will put in real effort. He might grumble if things get out of order or too messy, but he'd rather get his hands dirty than just give instructions.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He genuinely cares about how you feel and wants to make things work, so he will try to understand your side, even if it's hard for him at times. In stressful moments, he might get emotional and argue quickly, wanting to stand his ground. Still, once things calm down, he listens and tries to see where you're coming from.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he can lose his temper and sometimes say things that are harsh or upsetting. His emotions get the better of him and he might yell or make sharp remarks that can hurt. He isn't likely to become physically aggressive, but his words can sting.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, he tends to get angry quickly, especially when things don't go as planned or if he feels criticized. His temper can flare up without much warning, and minor issues may sometimes lead to bigger outbursts. This is something you should not ignore. It's a trait that can affect your peace of mind and the overall harmony at home.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He can say sorry and take responsibility, but sometimes it takes him a little while to get there. In the heat of the moment, he might blame you or make excuses because he's upset. He doesn't like to stay angry for long and usually wants things to get back to normal.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He genuinely cares about your feelings and well being, so he wants to do what's right for you. If you say no or set a boundary, he will usually try to respect it, though he might get emotional or upset if he doesn't understand your reason at first. Open, honest conversation helps him understand and respect your boundaries in the long run.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he is likely to take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. His emotions can run high, so when you say no, he might feel hurt or think it's something to do with him, even if that's not the case. Instead of calmly accepting it every time, he may become upset or act a bit withdrawn.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Yes, you can trust him to handle private moments with care. Even though he can be emotional or say harsh things when upset, he is not the kind of man who would use your private moments to hurt or embarrass you later. He believes in protecting the trust you share and wants your relationship to feel safe and loving.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is the kind of man who values loyalty and takes commitment seriously. When he's in a relationship, he puts his energy into making it work and doesn't go looking for attention or affection elsewhere. He wants to feel close and connected to his partner, and that means staying faithful.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
He is not usually over possessive or controlling by nature. While he cares deeply about you and may get emotional if something feels off, He doesn't want to smother you or act suspicious all the time. If he ever gets worried or jealous, it comes from his own feelings, not because he wants to control you.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
No, his protective nature is not really a sign of being controlling. When he looks out for you, it comes from a caring place, wanting to make sure you're safe and happy. He values teamwork and wants to support, not dominate.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He absolutely sees parenting as something both of you should do together, not just your job alone. He wants to be involved and shares the responsibility, helping with everything from playtime to solving problems. With him, you'll feel supported and not left alone with all the parenting duties.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he may struggle to stay calm. He cares a lot about things going right and can lose his temper if rules are broken or chaos happens. You might see him raise his voice or react quickly out of frustration.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
Yes, he will support you as both a mother and your own person. He respects your hard work at home and in life and wants to see you happy and fulfilled. With him, you can expect encouragement and care for every part of who you are.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later, after kids and marriage, change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
No, he isn't the kind of man who will cheer for your career today, only to ask you to quit later when a child comes. He truly values working together as a team and respects the choices you make for yourself. His support is genuine, and with a little honest conversation, he'll stand by your side for the long run.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He will treat your parents with real warmth, not just polite words on the surface. He cares about building genuine relationships and wants to make your family feel comfortable and accepted. He might speak his mind directly and not always use fancy words, but his kindness will show in his actions, helping out, joining conversations, and making an effort to include them. He will honestly try to adjust to your family rather than expecting everyone to change just for him.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he may not handle it calmly every time. He tends to get emotional and can lose his temper when things feel overwhelming or out of order. However, after he cools down, he usually feels sorry and wants to fix things.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you, but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
He may seem modern and supportive with you in private, but around his relatives, he might feel pressure to fit old expectations and could expect you to act like a traditional supportive wife at times. This is not because he wants to control you, but because he cares about family harmony and doesn't want to upset anyone. He may ask you to follow certain customs or dress more traditionally during family gatherings.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension between you and his family, he will want to support you and make sure you feel cared for, but he may struggle if he feels caught in the middle. He won't ignore the problem or leave you alone, but at times he might try to keep the peace by staying quiet or asking you to compromise, especially if he's worried about upsetting anyone. He's not likely to pick sides against you, but he may need guidance to handle family conflicts calmly and fairly.
Say you have a conflict with his mother. What will this guy do?
He's not a complete mummy's boy, but he does care deeply about family and wants to keep everyone happy. When a conflict comes up between you and his mother, he might feel torn and struggle with what to do. At first, he could hesitate or try to avoid choosing sides, especially if emotions run high.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
He isn't the type to share every detail of your fights or private matters with his mother or sister. But when he feels stressed or overwhelmed, he might slip and mention more than you'd expect. If this happens, it means he's struggling to handle his emotions or needs support and doesn't know where else to turn. With clear boundaries and gentle reminders, he'll learn that protecting your privacy is important for trust and respect in your relationship.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So this is why this guy scores B plus. He's a good guy. Being with this man day in and day out means living with someone who works hard, keeps routines, and truly cares about your happiness and the people around him. He brings warmth, energy, and genuine effort to the home, but he can also get upset quickly and sometimes speaks harshly in the heat of the moment.